Alright, part 3, floor coverings. Mosaic floor tiles are usually sold in 1x1, 1x2 foot sheets. Some will come with a paper backing that hold the sheets together. The others are protective paper covering the top surface that must be peeled off after installation. Before mosaic tiles are laid, the floor surface must be beveled. All cracks filled. The case for the rough hardwood floors there should be sanded. In this case, the badly warped floor, plywood, hardboard, under laminate is the easiest way to preparing good tile base. The floor areas should be squared off with the described standard tile with a page 356. Apply mastic with a notch trowel over 3 foot square time. Lay sheets lightly on the mastic, slide proper position, then press firmly in place. Be sure the spaces between the sheets are equal to the same size of the spaces between the individual tiles. Every 3 to 4 sheets of the tile have been positioned. Rubber surface trowel of the tamp them down. Keep the tile until the mastic begins to ooze up between the individual tiles. When the main area of the floor is completed, you will have to cut the narrow pieces of the tile around the edge of the tile pattern be so foul with fitting smaller pieces in place. Very small gaps such as along the edge of the bathtub around the fixture of the ball pipes will have the tile be filled with the individual tiles which have the cut and shapes of some of the tiles. Do not do this with a pair of tile nippers. If the tile is covered with protective paper, soak the paper with warm water and sponge. Peel off the paper, wipe off excess water, let the tile set 24 hours prior to grouting. To fill the spaces between the tiles, mix 3 parts Portland cement, 1 part water. Continue adding water until the mixture is creamy. Under rubber surfaces with the spread of the grout over the tile, force it between the cracks. Let the grout dry at least 12 hours before walking on the floor. Wipe excess grout from the floor immediately with a damp sponge. Floors are thoroughly dried cement with a hazy film. Remove this with a mixture of muriatic acid, 1 part water, acid, 10 parts water. Apply solution with a rag and wipe thoroughly dry with a clean rag. Wear rubber gloves while working with acid solution. 2 applications may be necessary. Preparation of ceramic tile. Lay ceramic tiles so they are square relations of the doorway that is lined. The tile runs squarely from the entire door toward the back of the room. This is especially important with the odd-shaped rooms. Mark a line on the floor, right angle to the door, running from the center of the door back of the edge. The square length of the wood divided into lengths described in the wall tiling. Floor tiles do not have a spacer lug, so most always 1/16 of an inch gap between the tiles. Use a piece of wood as a measuring stick. Start from the door jamb. You first fold the U of the measuring stick to divide the center line into the tile width. You may use the cut tiles in the far wall. Full tiles rarely fit from the length exactly. Mark the point at which the last full of tile was nailed. Nail the wooden batten across the width of the room. At the point, the batten must be precise. Right angles the center line. No matter what angle the back wall makes, nail another batten left hand end of the first to give it the perfect square corner. This is where the tiling will start. Laying ceramic floor. Ceramic floor tiles are made with either 4-inch squares or by 3/8 of an inch thick or 6-inch squares at 1/2 inch thick. They must be matte glazed surfaces. Unlike the wall tiles, they don't have spacer lugs. Wood floors are best surfaces for them. Concrete or brick floors are generally unsuitable ceramic tiles because they are rarely flat and must be accurately level. The job at best level left for the professional before tiles can be laid. Make sure the floor is tiled perfectly flat and firm. Nail down any loose boards and sand surface necessary. Very uneven rough floors should be covered with underlayment of the hardwood. Another preliminary requirement. Sometimes adjustments will have to be made with the doors, compensate with the thickness of the tiles. Be sure the floor tile mastic lay. Ceramic tiles mastic is usually rubber based and have needed flexibility to allow movement while the tiles are being set. Apply the mastic according to the direction of the container. Use the notch trowel to spread it over a 3 feet square area of floor. In the corner when you had laid out the battens, press the tiles with adhesive and insert 1/16 inch spacers between them. When you finish the tiling of the first section, scrape off the excessive adhesive around the tiles, coat with the next area of the cut, continuing this way until the main floor is complete. If you find that the work of the tiles is getting closer together the farther apart, then it could mean that your battens were not exactly 90-degree angle. Manipulating the tiles so that they are even, the flexible magnetic permits some adjust. If you cannot, you will have to take them all up and start over, carefully repositioning all the battens with a correctly 90-degree angle. When remaining on the floor, complete with a remove of the battens, cut the towels and fit the spaces of the edge of the room. Place the towel upside down over the space filled with a make at least 2 points indicate where it has been cut. 1/16 of an inch space and carry these marks around with the face of the towel. Carefully score a liner into the surface of the towel cutter. To break a towel score marker, kneel on the floor, grip space bar towel between your knees, hold the towel to be cut on each side of the score line. Strike the area with the edge of the towel so if you're holding them between your knees. The towel should break cleanly. Smooth the cut edge of the wheat stone, rubbing along with a knot across the edge before. Burn the back of the towel adhesive the placing on the position of the spacer will cut the edge against the wall. At least 24 hours adhesive setting before removing the spacers, rubbing into the joints, grouting the floor. Describe the wall tiling, but use the rubber squeegee instead of a sponge to make sure that the grout penetrates well into the gaps. Complete the job, wiping the excess grout and smooth until the joints. Apply a second coating of the grout to fill in any small gaps. Wait at least 24 hours. Floor coverings, resilient flooring. Resilient flooring comes in sheet form, linoleum, vinyl tiles, asphalt, vinyl, asbestos, cork. Except linoleum and cork tile must also have today's resilient floor tiles can be installed anywhere in the house, including the basement. Asphalt tile is less expensive tile with a few cents more tile maybe to give the vinyl asbestos, which asphalt will take advantage plus better with the color, more color, easier care, greater resistance. More vinyl asbestos tile is sold than any other kind and installed anywhere above and below grade and does not require waxing. Buffing goes as long as sheen. Vinyl asbestos tiles are made with a mixture of vinyl resins, asbestos fiber, colors to gloss, less brilliant, pure vinyl, but this is an advantage. Scratches do not show up. Relatively other maintenance characteristics about same of the other vinyl. Vinyl asbestos tiles have vinyl formula wearing surface foes fused to the vinyl asbestos base. Vinyl is unquestionably most popular of both the flooring materials, deservedly so. A good vinyl, right pattern color is easy to maintain. The original shine vinyl shows scuff and smudges and plate finish, as it was called, is rarely seen today. Embossing help vinyl. Other tile materials conceal weak wear marks, carved, pitted, floored, fissured grain effects of more than just ground looking up. Easier to maintain. Dirt lies loosely in recess inside of being walked on and ground on. Texture makes it white floors almost practical. Also hides seams, flooring irregularities, and dents left by furniture. Cork tile is often the natural material among the resilient floors, reach richest beauty and are assets to the room. Soft, warm, underfooted with the tend to deaden the sound of footsteps, which are coated with vinyl, easy to maintain. Worth a final mention are so-called wood tiles, 5/16 inch layer fine wood, usually oak or 1/8 of an inch foam base, protected with a top coat, factory applied finish. These tiles, usually 12-inch squares, are laid in vinyl tiles, but with special adhesives available. The same stores sell tiles, leave the 1/2 inch expansion space between wall and tiles. Estimating and planning for tiling. Vinyl and vinyl asbestos tiles are 9 and 12-inch squares, come in a wide variety of colors, thickness of 1/8 to 1/16 of an inch, and avoid solid colors. If you want easy maintenance, white and black, and especially difficult, more textured variation of tile better will hide seams, irregularities, scratch, and soil. Remember too, in some of the colors, bleach with a continuously exposed sunlight, especially light shades, some pinks and yellows. To estimate the number of the resilient tiles needed with one color only, the first measure the length and width of the room and the 12-inch tile. If you need only multiple lengths of the width, great number of the tiles. To the 9-inch tiles, find your length, width. Measurement chart shows the file with the cross down with the point of the intersection numbered with the number that required for the instance. You need 252 and 9-inch tiles for a room of 13 feet long by 10 foot wide. A fireplace structure provides into the room measuring and obstruction. Separately subtract appropriate number of the tiles. Divide irregularly shaped rooms into two more rectangulars. Calculate the number of tiles needed for each room and combine the totals. If the tiles are of two colors are related in checkered pattern or alternate rows, have the total of the amount of the equal quantities each color. For a more complex pattern, shade pattern, graph paper, letting each square equal one tile and count up the number needed in each color. Preparation for resilient floor tiling. For the best results, subfloors should be smooth and dry, free of the grease and wax sufficient material with unpainted paint, with adhere titling, no cracking, peeling. Idle floor covering 2 must be firmly, evenly attached. Remove any of the covering. Keep asphalt vinyl tile title on the subfloors that they're only below grade. On wood floors, replace any badly wooden boards. Renail loose ones. Cover single layer wide board over 3¼ inch, double flooring under the laminate plywood, hardboard, dry, all nails finished. Both brushes on trowel type adhesive are good. Professional prefer trowel material because they are used. Brushes on the type better with a handyman because it avoids risk of applying too much of the too little cement. Tendency of the amateur is used much real problem with some of the adhesive squared up between the tiles. Apply trowel type adhesive, not trowel. Laying the tiles. Tie half of the room at a tile half of the room at a time. First, spreading an adhesive over the square yard of the floor each side of the center line. Play for the 2 tiles in the right angles made with the chalk lines. Work outward each of the sides of the form pyramid pattern. Lower the tiles into the adhesive. Do not slide them into the place and force the adhesive up. Lay marbleized or grain tiles so that the pattern adjacent tile runs in the opposite direction. Continue spreading an adhesive, laying the tiles up the borders. Cut the borders tiles. Place 8 dry tiles exactly over the adjacent fixed tile. Place a hole another top flush with the wall. Score along the inner edge of the trim part of the score. The tile will fit the board. Do the same when cutting the tile against the door frame. First place, mark the tile from where the cutting straight border to move the tile without turning it. The other side of the door frame against over fixed tile. Draw with lines right angles that intersect the first. Cut along the lines up to the intersection with a sharp knife. Treat more complicated shapes with the threshold same way with the 2 separate measurements of each surface of the both tile position. Bottom example, the right edge tile is the first position. Lines drawn tile with a way surface A, B, C, and D. If outline curved, draw a free hand line. Move the marks after marking the intersection. Second tile position, wire solder bent to fit can be used to transfer. How to lay sheet vinyl. Standard sheets flooring has installed permanently with adhesive but not generally recommended by the do-it-yourself material. Loosely laid vinyl floor, however, is well within handyman skills. Most cushion vinyls are available in 6 to 9 to 12 foot widths, seeming need only for rooms that are more than 12 feet wide. Accomplished files too much pattern across the seam of the second piece of material that overlaps along the same edge. Be sure to allow enough material that both width of the length of the match pattern after the pattern's match weight with the tape of the match piece so that they will not shift. Cut the fit at the wall, allowing 1/8 to 1/4 inch clearance at the edge. Use the metal straight edge as a guide. Both pieces of the material overlapped area with a sharp knife is used. Keep the knife vertical. Note the leaning of the right or left. Remove the cut off pieces of both the top and bottom. Next, lay the back one piece of the flooring in a seam of the draw pencil line floor along the edge of the second piece. Lay back the second piece and spread 6-inch band of adhesive under the seam around the centering of the pencil line. If the back of the vinyl has been waxed or sand area lightly with the vinyl cement recommended flooring manufacturer, spread it with a notch trowel. Lay the vinyl sheeting with a wet adhesive. Wipe down the damp cloth to ensure the good contact with adhesive. In trimming vinyl sheeting, allow minimum clearance gap of 1/8 of an inch of the edge of the material. Each wall provide expansion contraction underflooring. Molding is used will conceal the gap. Clearance must also be allowed between the vinyl and the floor molding to permit wall subfloor to move affecting the floor. Remove the molding should be re-nailed baseboard not to the floor. The piece with the cardboard inserted between the molding and the floor. The cardboard is removed when you have proper clearance. The rubber vinyl cove base is used and it can be cemented to the wall. Install metal threshold doorways fastening the floor but not through vinyl. How to lay wood floor. Wood floors are to be secured over the joists, even the concrete. A subfloor is usually used, however, the adding strength of many today plywood nails across the joint, generally covered with a layer of 15-pound asphalt saturated building felt lapped at 3 inches. The seam held in place on the finished floor of the tongue and groove strip of the board flooring, the kind mostly commonly used the outcome pre-furnished. Finished with unfinished, usually laid a long way the room, taking care of laying a wooden floor not to mar the wood and the heading of the hammer nail with the tongue at a 45-degree angle into the subfloor with a 2.5-inch steel cut flooring nails. The choice, depending on the thickness of the finishing floor, start with the nails in the tongue approximately where the shoulder and the tongue comes out, and avoid spilling the tongue using a nail. To avoid splitting the tongue, use a nail to set with at least 1/4 inch or so. If there's a subfloor, the nails need to go into the joist. Leave the gap at least 1/4 an inch at each side of the room. Alright, how to lay a wood floor over concrete. A wood floor can be laid over concrete with a 2x4 screeds, a short length of which the flooring can be nailed using random length of 18 to 48 inches length, 2x6, 2x8 pieces along the walls. Screeds are set with a mastic about 1/8 of an inch thick, which spread over the whole floor. Adhesive is applied only under the screeds. The spread 1/4 inch thick. Compression by screeds to be spread further. Within the space, the only tongue and groove flooring should be used. The best stack of the flooring indoors at least a week before laying down. The damping flooring can be shrinking and considerable leave cracks to be filled. Short lengths are usable, but should be sure that each piece rests at least 2 screeds, preferably more than a nail, at every point where a screed is crossed by a piece of flooring. Piece must be nailed to the screed. It laps the ties substructure together. Alright, how to lay wood block floor. Block and parquet flooring may be purchased, furnished, and many size thickness. Many parquet, make oath, bolt, other words are available. The blocks are usually composed of wood strips glued together. The unit, one type of laminated layers wood, much same as the plywood, to give the wood flooring time to adjust to atmospheric conditions. It should be unpacked, left in the room where it is to be used for at least 72 hours beforehand. You can install the block flooring over most types of the subfloor on grade, below grade concrete, putting a polyethanol film for installing the blocks. Do not lay wood floor over subfloor with damp and subject to moisture. Blocks may be laid either square parallel to the wall, diagonally, best to have the full blocks and down doorway to traffic concentrated. To accomplish this, start with the center wall where the door is located. Walls, lay loose blocks to a point about 4 feet from the room. Measure the exact distance from the opposite wall chalk line and snap it. Mark the center of the starting boundary. Spread the mastic over the part of the marked off area opposite entranceway. First block located at right angle with the center point of the blocks with a pyramid sequence, same vinyl tiles, page 359. When the remaining area is completed, lay the rest of the blocks. Alright, laying slate tiles. Slate tiles are particularly good vegetable floors because they are unaffected by water and dirt. Seldom need polishing, occasional damp whitening, usually sufficient shade. Slate tiles are like fine gardening paths walking leading to the front entrances. Slate can be laid over the soundwood, concrete, or composition floor. Loose boards should be nailed down tight. Clean up the areas not tiled. Remove all wax and grease, loose paint. Lay tiles outdoors over concrete base at least 4 inches thick. Dry run advisable before laying tiles. If any adjacent to and same size proposed floor walking arrangement tiles, pleasing pattern, place them on the ground, smooth side down, fissured side, walking surface, number the tiles. This makes it easy to replace. The proper order, any tiles area broken over the dealer, do not despair, but they can be fitted together. The natural fissures cleft will be hidden, hide the break. Slate tiles are sold at the masonry supply dealers, loose in package, usually enough for the carton to cover 10 square feet. Tiles can be random colors. You can specify any one color thickness or 1/4 inch, 1/2 inch. Tiles can be irregular flagstone pattern or rectangles, delay, square, ashlar. Wall-to-wall carpeting. Wall-to-wall carpeting can make a small room look larger, insulating any room with a draft floors during a certain amount of soundproof. Fortunately, in a home decorative carpeting, the type is not too difficult to install. All carpets consist of surface tile with the backing, surface tile with nylon, polyester, polypropylene, acrylic, wood, and cotton. Each of these advantage, disadvantage, which select depends on your needs. And pocketbook carpeting can be purchased in 15 to 12 to 9 foot widths. Measuring estimate: measure the room in the direction of the carpet will be laid broad with long, narrow room to lay pattern string. Strip carpeting across the width. The conventional rectangular round measures the room lengthwise, include the full width of the door frames of the carpet, extend slightly of the adjoining room. Most wall-to-wall carpeting is priced at square yard. Determine how many square yards you need and multiply the length of the width of the room in feet with divided by the result with 9. Choosing a padding and even, except so-called one-piece cushion, backboard, back carpeting, underlay padding. is essential. Good carpeting insulation prolongs life of the carpeting, increases the soundproof capacity, adds underfoot comfort. Most common types of carpet padding are latex, rubber sprung, rubber foam, soft and hard vinyl foams, felted cushion made either with entirely animal hair or a combination of hair and jute. All other types of latex vinyl foams are generally considered most practical with a waffle surface tendons to hold the carpet in place. Most carpet padding comes in standard 4.5 foot width. Cushion back carpeting increase the poplar, especially with do-it-yourself homeowners. High tendency to lack latex backing permanently fastened to the carpet, which eliminates the need for separating underpinning, non-skidding, heavy enough to hold the carpet in place with even the tax addition foam rubber backing. Keeps edges of the carpet unraveling. The need not to be bound. Foam rubbering is mild mildew proof and unaffected by water, so the carpet can be used as basement, other below grade insulation, even laid directly under finished concrete. The real key feature of the backing, however, is dimensional stability in part of the carpet. The added characteristic of the carpet will not stretch nor will it expand, contract with the temperature or humidity change. These carpets can be loose laid, will need no adhesive tacks to give them stability. Preparing the floor. The laid carpets successfully a wooden floor. They must be warp-free, all nails hammered flush in, old tacks removed, nailed down with the loose floorboards played down, the high ridge warp boards fill wide cracks between floors with strips, wood and wood putty. Cover the floors with warp crack beyond reasonable repair, hardwood plywood. Stone concrete floors have surface ridges. Cracks should be treated beforehand with the floor leveling compound in order to reduce carpet wear. Liquid compounds are usually useful sealing sulfur, surface dust, and powdery floors. Thin layer compound which is floated over the floor. Keep dust working in a way up the underlay of the carpet pile. Best carpeting in a concrete hard floor tile surface is so-called indoor-outdoor carpet. The backing of the carpet is made with a closed pore type, either latex vinyl foam, which keeps the utmost moisture. It's not wise to lay any standard padding on the floor tiles unless the room is well ventilated, free of condensation. Vinyl asbestos floor tiles accumulate moisture when the carpeting is laid over them. The condensation soaks through the carpet and will eventually cause musty odor. Will also produce ugly mildew stains. Method to fasten. Cover the standard fastening methods, tacks and beams. Tacks made with the tackless fittings. Carpeting also must be loose laid with only a few tacks entrance. Carpet tacks lengths are 3/4 inch and 1 inch. First length long enough to hold the folded carpet and hem anchor them firmly in place, firm to the floor. 1/2 inch tacks are used in the corners where the folds of the hem make 3 thicknesses. Tackless fittings or conventional fittings method consists of 4-foot wooden batten. Number of spikes between the 60-degree angle. The battens are nailed to the floor around the entire room to the end of 1/4 inch out of the baseboard, with the spikes facing outward over the wall. The spike where it's grip the backing of the carpet to hold it in place. On the stone concrete floors, battens are glued in place with special adhesive. Thus, the cushion back carpeting stay in place with the fastening, and best to hold it down with a double-faced tape. Carpets can also be held with Velcro tape. Frequently removability of the carpet. Cleaning maintenance of the factory Velcro consists of 2 tapes having thousands of tiny nylon loops and other tiny hooks which would mesh with they are pressed together. Shows those tackless wall doorway. Then show the carpet insulation, floor carpet padding, hem and baseboard. Alright, floor covering, standard carpet insulation. Install carpet method. You need a hammer, large scissors, sharp knife, 3-foot wide needle, carpet thread, chalk, and chalk line latex. Even the carpet tape. The only special tool is a carpet stretcher called a kicker, which is usually rented from the carpet dealer. Cutting and seaming the new carpet is often done primer, deliver fitting, final fitting adjustment made for the carpet into the room. Before starting the room, remove all the furniture, any doors swinging from the room. If you're cutting the carpet yourself, spread it out. Suitable floor space. Chalk for the exact pattern on the room pile. Surface of the cut along the chalk line with a scissors, sharp knife. Join Unseam carpet by placing 2 pieces of the piles to surface to meet the edge to edge. Match the pattern carpets carefully when you use them with plain carpet to lay each piece so the piles are the same way. Joining the pieces within the carpet thread. Take stitches at 18-inch intervals along the seam. Pull the carpet tighter about the stitch to tack up the slacks. Sew along the seam between the stitches, tucking the protruding fibers back into the pile. Carpet also may be seam cementing carpet tape the back threads with latex adhesive to our carpet. One, open the carpet to room length. Position it before starting to put down the padding. Pile should fall away from the windows to avoid uneven shading of the daylight. Fold one end of the carpet back halfway and put the paddle down on the exposed part of the floor. Do not do the same on the other end. Avoid wrinkles caused by the movement of the padding. Use tack. Start over the corner of the room. This is forward to the 2 walls. View of the obstruction of the carpet against the wall, leaving about 1.5 inches over the baseboard for hemming. Attach the catch carpet temporarily with the tacks at 6 inches from the baseboard along the 2 walls. Use the kicker to stretch the carpet first along the length of the width of the start of the middle of the wall, stretching alternately toward the opposite quarter when the smooth attack down the stretch or temporarily. Cut slots of the piles, fireplace protrusion, radiators, trim back padding at least 2 inches from the wall to leave the channel for the carpet hem. Fold them hem under the tack carpet and place them in the tack every 5 inches from the fold. Using tackless fastenings, position the carpet of the room and put down with the padding. Type of the padding, meet the strip of the wall, nail the carpet along the 2 walls, temporary tacking, and lift the kicker with the stretch over the spike with the tackless fastenings. Remove the temporary tacking, restretch the carpet, allow with 3/8 of an inch overlap, turn down the overlap, press it firmly against the channel between the wall board base and the tackless fitting. Protect the exposed edge of the carpet of the doorways with a special metal binder strip or bar. The strip that nails the floor of the doorway, the carpet slide under the metal lip with a hammer down to the grab of the carpet edge. Tack can be used alternatively to binder strip before tacking. Tape the exposed edge of the woven carpet to prevent fraying of the selvage. Have been trimmed over the cement carpet. Tape the backing with threads, latex, adhesive, non-woven tacks. Back carpet will not fray, but the tape will still advisable protect the exposed edge. If the door drags, remove the front of the hinges and trim accordingly. Alright, carpeting stairs. Stairways can be covered either fitted to carpets, best laid with a professional strip carpet cover with the runners. The easier for the layers laid. Costly measuring estimates. Stairway runners are standard with 27 by 36 inches are usually sold with a running yard. Straightway staircase to find the length needed for the measuring the inch of the depth of the 1 tread with the height with the 1 riser, the 2 measuring it together to multiply with the number of stair to divide with the result of the 36 to determine the number of linear needed. Staircase with bends, first estimate of the total required length of the straight stairs landing with a measure of each of the winding tread separately with the widest point of which will be covered with the carpet. Add these figures of the first and total divided with the grand total of 36 to give the number of the yards required. Be sure to allow some of the excess of the fold under the top and the bottom landings of the carpet to be shifted. Padding tube with a good quality rubber felt underlaid with a run continuously on the function. Individual pads on each tread runner interlaid and these with the tacked only with the top landing. Individual pads must be tacked separately with the with the tackless fittings. Be sure the stair pads are deep enough that butt against the riser extend about 2 inches over the staring nose. Fastening stair carpeting may be installed with a tack or tackless fitting double face tape with a similar metal rod slides with a eyelet screws at the bottom of each of the stair riser. The tape is placed on the both sides of the intersection between the riser and tread. Over the tread nosing tacks fittings with the metal strips that kneel at the bottom of the treads of the riser meeting the metal tooth with the bite with the carpet holding the firm. Stair carpets can be tacked down by tacks. Besides using unattractive, most of them remove if they ever wanted to shift the carpet. Laying stair carpeting while placed face down with a share of maximum wear resistance. Check with a sweep of the pile with a stroke in the back of the further lengthwise. Smooth the stroke of the lay of the pile. When using stair rods, start with the upper landing. Drape the carpet against the riser of the step below with a temporary tacking in place. Let the carpet drop over the next step. Screw in an eyelet each over the side of the stair riser and near the tread about 1.5 inch beyond the edge of the runner. Next slide a Stair rod through the edges of the eyelids, removing the temporary tack and continuing during the same with each stairway to rise until the reach of the bottom with a few inches of extra length fold under either the top or the bottom landing for the necessary access the tread shifting carpet runner with a because of the worn most often happens at the nose of the top. Steps and shift the runner side over the stair with the remove of the stair rods, moving the carpeting up and down. You will have the fresh wearing surface all the way along. When using a double face tape, install the first of the rise tread joints and noise and keep protective paper on. Moving as you progress down the stair, removing it from the first two stairs, lift the carpet over the nose of the first two threads, tucking it into point on the first stair with the tread of the riser meet with it after making sure the carpet is secure with pressed firmly against the nose and continue this way until they reach the bottom of the landing. When using tackless fittings, nail with the right angle, strip of the treads with the right ears or each step with install with the pad at each step with the attach end of the carpet to the tackless strip at the first rise of tread, stretch carpet over the tread nose and keep it in taut with the continuing next tread. Winding stairs requires fold of the carpet to take up the slack with a narrow point with the stair rods and fold the slack down toward the lower stair around. Drive 3 tacks around the double carpet across the width of the fold of working from the bottom and the narrowest part of the pull of the carpet position with the next tread request. Repeat. The tackless fitting of the nail of the flat metal grip of the tread with the first step of the hold of the carpet, stretch the carpet over the tread, swinging it around with the following turn of the stairway, fold from the resulting slack downward to meet the flat strip of the just install with the mark of the back of the carpet at the base of the fold on both sides with the turn the carpet back down in the stairs, holding 2 marks well into the angle of the tread of the riser meet the strip of the fold with the second flat strip of the nail within the riser through with a double thickness. Alright, cushion back carpeting. Cushion back carpeting may definitely be limited and those strips are used separate with the padding is not needed, although these instructions suit most carpeting. Read the manufacturer's instruction for any deviation technique. To install the cushion carpet, a 2-inch wide double face tape is all applied with the flush of the wall around the entire room, and the carpet is rolled with the protective paper is removed from the tape of the carpet with the press down firmly over the tape of the metal binder strip to generally use the doorways. Most confusion, cushion back carpeting continues 12 to 15 foot widths of your room. It's wider extra strip that must be added to the seam of the carpet. You will need a 5-inch wide tape the activator seam, and the teeth with the long metal with the straight edge. All of these items can be purchased from the carpet dealer, and how can you tell what? And he can tell you where to buy them. On wood floors, make it seem perpendicular with the direction of the floorboard, prevent shading of the position. Second pace, nap runs in the same direction as the first. Edges is not straight, must be trimmed before seaming the metal. A straight edge of the guide, using the seam edge of the guide, mark the floor with a soft pencil back the length of the center 5-inch tape along with the pencil line. Pull the tape out for 3-foot strips. Do not cut. Do not remove the protective paper. Let the first length of the carpet down over the tape. However, lower the second and adjust the second length until the slight peak of the first. Hold the both bank lengths an 1/8-inch. Peel paper from the tape. Apply with the tape activated with the tape spread with the carpet spread until the tape is slippery or smooth. The first length of the tape. Next, apply with a bead with the same adhesive pile level along with the edge of the first peak of the carpet to take care of not to get adhesive on the carpet face. Then look at the second length of the down. Form the seam and gently easing the second width away from the first until it drops into the tape. Then slide forward until the seam is closed. Section 11. Working with wood.